everybody. It's March 2020 already, and we've got another very cool show going for you, highlighting my grandma Martin. Somebody I don't remember a lot about, but the things I do remember were all good, all awesome. And what do you got going on, Michael?
The following month in April, we have a biography, and we're still doing a lot of research on Franklin Halsey Clack. He is on the Grandma Simmons' side, the girl Hoggetty Clack side, and it will go back several generations on the Clack family. And
that's going to be a huge, big show. That the man, you'll be amazed. So, anyway, Family History Project magazine starts now.
It was a hot day on Tuesday, June 24th, 1890, in Bruno, Marion County, Arkansas. Benjamin Harris was the president. The American economy was the most productive it had ever been. But in Bruno, Benjamin Hiram Martin and his wife, Harriet Ola Maines, were busy bringing their 9th child into the world. Bertha Harriet Martin was born that day. Her father, Benjamin, was a lifelong farmer, living in Arkansas his entire life. Bertha's mother, Harriet Ola Maines, was born in Bradley, Tennessee. Benjamin and Harriet were married in 1868 in Marion County, Arkansas, and began the job of birthing and raising 10 children. And they were Melinda Moet, 1870 to 1911, Thomas Claiborne, 1871 to 1920, George, 1872 to 1880, Winnie Naoma, 1874 to 1949, William Jesse, 1876 to 1940, John Wesley, 1877 to 1966, Benjamin Abram, 1880 to 1954, Lenora B., 1888 to 1902, and of course Bertha Harriet, 1890 to 1967, and finally David Napoleon, 1894 to 1968. Bertha married Shelby Adams on October 1st, 1911, in Bruno, Marion County, Arkansas. And like their parents and grandparents before them, being lifelong farmers, they set out to raise their own gang of children. Bertha and Shelby had 10 children altogether, and they were William Ralph, 1912 to 1996, Fred Grayson, 1916 to 1975, Iva May, 1918 to 1999, Leo Clinton, 1920 to 1991, Edmund Logan, 1922 to 1922, Elva Moet, 1923 to 2009, Estelle Ray, 1926 to 2012, Ruby Faye, 1928 to 2000, James Lloyd, 1930 to 2014, and Dwight Claude, 1932 to 2014. I was 9 years old when Grandma passed away, so my memories of her are few. I remember mostly how quiet she was. I seem to remember her having a small bird in a cage in the living room of the house on McGee. I don't remember when they moved from the farm at Longview to Kansas City location. I remember once Grandma making me fish sticks for dinner. Don't think I'd ever had them before. The thing I remember most about the McGee house was it being permeated with the smell of Grandpa's pipe tobacco and peppermint, and the piano that was in the entryway of the house. I don't know how the adults ever carried on a conversation with all of us kids out there banging away on that thing. Even at a young age, I remember my cousin Bonnie being extremely talented at playing piano. I remember also that my Aunt Iva lived in the upstairs apartment at the McGee house, but I don't remember ever going up there, though. There was, I think, an apartment building next to Grandma's house that had a pool in the back, first one I ever remember seeing. For us, swimming was something done in the creek. One story I remember well was the time that Grandpa let my sister Gloria paint his nails. Grandma passed away on June 9th, 1967 at Baptist Hospital in Kansas City, Missouri. It was the first funeral that I ever remember attending, and one I will never forget. I visit Grandma and Grandpa a lot out at Floral Hill Cemetery in Raytown. So completely thankful for every day that they lived and every child they gave to the world. I love you and miss you, Grandma.
You know, we do these tributes. We always end up with a song we think is appropriate for the individual. This song, highly appropriate for Bertha Harriet Martin. This was her favorite hymn, as related to me by Cousin Fern, and this was sung at her funeral. I would do it, but this version that we found is just not in my range. So Cousin Michael is going to sing it for you. Thanks, everybody.
I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of His voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that He gave to me within my heart is ringing, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.